Previously, we've explored how to transform images and coordinates into 3D models. Now let's take it a step further. With the power of Google Gemini, we can use a Streamlit app to turn simple text prompts into actual 3D shapes. Let's dive in. Before we get into the app, we need to set up an API key. The app uses this key to connect to Google Gemini, so it's essential. Google Gemini is a large language model. It's an AI developed by Google that understands natural language and can generate detailed responses. In this case, we're using it to help generate an image based on a text prompt, which the app then turns into a 3D model. To get your API key, just head over to Google AI Studio. Once you're there, click on Get a PI Key. It only takes a second. Then just copy the key and save it somewhere safe, because we'll be using it in the app shortly. You can also keep track of your usage in the Google Cloud Billing section. Now, with most large language models, like the OpenAI API, you usually pay based on how many tokens you use, and that means you often need to add a credit card right away. But with Gemini, at least for now, you don't have to worry about that. You can start using your API key without paying anything up front. That said, I still recommend checking your usage limits, just to be safe. In this case, I'm only using the API to generate a simple object. I'm not sending dozens or hundreds of prompts, so I'm not too concerned about hitting any limits. If you've been following the channel, you know we've built 3D models from images and even coordinate files. But those apps didn't use AI. This app combines Gemini with 3D modeling to convert your text prompt into a 3D model. Alright, now let's take a look at the inputs in the app. First up is the API key. This is the key you got earlier from Google AI Studio. Just paste it here so the app can access Gemini and send your prompts. Next is the extrusion type. This controls how the 2D shape, generated from your prompt, gets turned into a 3D model. You've got three options here. Basic. This simply extrudes the shape straight back, kind of like stretching it into the third dimension. Revolve. This spins the shape around a central axis to create round or symmetrical objects, like a bowl or a bottle. Twist. This adds a twist along the extrusion, which can be useful for things like spirals. Below that, we have extrusion length. This defines how long or deep the 3D object will be. A higher number gives you a longer extrusion. Then there's an optional toggle to set the scale manually. If you want to adjust the model's size in real-world units, or to fit with other CAD parts, you can turn this on and enter your own values. Finally, there's the Try Smoother option. When this is on, the app will try to clean up or smooth out the shape a bit before turning it into 3D. This can be helpful if the generated contour is a little rough or jagged. Once you've filled all that out, the next step is just typing in your prompt and letting the AI do the rest. Once you send your prompt, the app creates a 2D image, and then it extracts its contour and converts it into a 3D model based on your extrusion settings. You can preview the model and download it as an STL or STEP file to use in other programs or 3D print. This tool is great if you're looking to prototype quickly or just sketch out ideas. You can use it to generate a basic shape, a curve, or outline, and that can serve as a starting point for your 3D model. From there, you can export the result and bring it into a CAD program like Onshape, which is free and cloud-based. Once it's in Onshape, you can refine it however you want, adjust dimensions, add constraints, fillets, or other features, basically building on top of the shape that the AI helped you create. If this helped or inspired you, drop a like and subscribe for more videos. You can also check out my GitHub for more projects like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.